welcome back. I've missed you. In the time we've been apart, my heart has only grown fonder. Let's watch 90 Day Fiancé, episode 3.
I am on my way to Colombia to finally meet Jamie for the first time. I am exhausted, but super, super excited and cannot wait to be there.
Okay, I know we're gonna have a moment here, but I just want to point out that Chris, this is the one that with the sparkly mask, and in the previous videos always wears the unicorn outfit. Notice how whenever she's dealing with an intense emotion, she defaults to some kind of childlike behavior, right? Like the skipping around, the constant jokes, the dancing, the costumes. Like there is some kind of emotional buffer that she is creating through all of that. There's something going on there. It's protective in some way. All right, that was sweet. I give it to him. That was sweet. All right, now we're talking about Jen.
From 1971. I don't even know if I'm gonna get married in this. My friends have put it in my head that because of these stupid messages that he sent Randy on social media, that this relationship is terrible and not a good idea. But I'm just trying not to dwell on that.
Yeah, you should ignore. When you're headed off to get married, you should ignore all the red flags. Do your best to just avoid all of that and keep your Pollyanna view.
My family thinks I'm making a big mistake. There's just a lot on my mind, but I'm cautiously optimistic.
There's nothing cautious about flying to India with some guy you don't know.
I don't think it's gonna be a smooth transition, let's put it that way. History tells me sometimes that's not the case.
In all seriousness, I do think that she, just based on kind of what they've said, I think that she struggles to regulate her emotions, struggles to find happiness. I think instead of working on herself and figuring out how to find stability, I think she's looking for stability to come through a distraction. She thinks if I get out of this place and change my surroundings, I'll feel stable somewhere else. But the reality is that she is creating chaos, and there's no chance of her finding stability in the midst of chaos. And so I'm with the brother on this. This feels like a horrific decision for somebody that is not exceptionally grounded. All right, this is Isabel and Gabriel.
Cuando yo inmediatamente veo en redes que Gabe es transgénero, le escribí a Mateo.
¿Qué te imaginas que pueda llegar a pasar con tu familia si se da cuenta?
No sé, mi mamá es muy llevadera, tal vez más abierta como a temas. Pero con mi papá no sé.
First of all, I understand her trepidation about this. I can imagine it's a nightmare to go tell your parent that your boyfriend is trans and all of that might entail and the father's reaction. I understand all of that. Wouldn't it have been fair for her to deal with that before she had Gabe fly out to move in with her? Why do we have to have the guy travel across the world, move in, and then find out that dad may or may not be willing to allow this to happen?
Hey. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Come on in. Sorry it's such a mess. Hi, Dad.
Hi.
I have to say, you have Nicole, who is a fashionista, right? Like if you look at all the designer bags, designer clothes, like clearly this is she's been to Beverly Hills, right? And then look at the shirt that Dad's wearing. This could be a reaction to a negative experience on her part, right? She's like, I do not want to look like them, so I'm going to be... She definitely didn't get it from her dad. I'll tell you that right now.
She's moving someplace that I can't get to if she needs help.
What's weird is, so I've not seen any of these 90 Day Fiancé. This is the first season I've watched. But to me, it seems clear that with most of the couples, there's something, not all of them, but a lot of the couples, there's something off. It's like as far as the family dynamic. But do they never talk about that? Like, are we going to act like this is a totally healthy family that she's coming from?
Then his uncle said that we wouldn't be able to stay the night together if he didn't get married through like the Islamic way.
So you had to...
I didn't have to. No, I chose to.
Wait, she did have to because she had to get married in the faith so that she could sleep with Mahmoud, right? She wanted to get a peace, she had to.
So, do you feel like you want to be Muslim?
I am Muslim.
I wonder if she was cheated on. I'm just telling you something in her past, right? Like, I don't believe that she really did a lot of research into the faith, right? But the first thing she says here is, I really liked how faithful they were. To me, it feels like maybe she wanted to be Muslim. Maybe she wanted to marry an Egyptian man because she thought that he would be more reliable for her. I don't know. I can't get a read on it, but...
I went to the mosque and I have the paper, but I wish that I would have actually slowed down and taken some time.
I needed much more information.
No. There's more to it than that?
He thinks that in time that I'll come to my senses, but I tell him, I say, I will never, ever, 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 a day in my life, ever put that on again.
Sounds like she's in love. And by the way, the parents drive me nuts. Like this stoic, like, oh, well, like you married some strange man and wow, you changed your religion and wow, what will be, will be. Like this like sort of like laissez-faire, they're half emotionally invested. Like to me, that's the problem. Like it would be healthier for them to say, what the f are you doing, right? And have an actual interaction. But both sides are in this uber stoic state that's not real. I wonder if that's part of where her kind of odd distancing comes from.
محمود أصغر واحد فينا. ده اللوع بتاعنا هو أصغر واحد عندنا.
ولا جيرل فريند ولا أي حاجة. فنيكول بالنسبة له أول شخص يتعامل معاه من الجنس الآخر.
Can you imagine that? Your very first girlfriend, you marry her instantly on her trip to your country. So there's impulsivity on both sides, right? She was impulsive in getting with him, and on his part, seems like he was so desperate for a relationship, he gets his first girlfriend and then marries her immediately. It seems like everybody could just pump the brakes a little bit. It would resolve a lot of this conflict. A lot of this chaos would go away.
مش هيتجوز حد ثقافة تانية تفكير نيكول غيري. طبعا أنت متجوز برضه أجنبية.
Oh, that's interesting. His brother, who he looks up to, also married a foreigner. So that's part of his like comfort with this. It is always amazing to me how these sort of relationships and interpersonal dynamics or histories all influence how we think, right? This seems to the average person like really wild behavior on his part. But in his mind, he's seen someone be very successful doing that, so why don't I try it too?
Are you having any second thoughts about it? Honestly.
Not at all.
If she's really taking care of you like you say, then I'm happy for you. But if she's not, I'll sniff that out. I hope.
Can I just point out how much healthier that interaction seems than any of the other families? Monica's transparent, she shows love, she's upset, and she shares it. He shares back openly, right? There's not this like odd, awkward distance. With his girlfriend or fiance, also seems healthier. I feel like he comes from a more grounded environment.
One of my ex-girlfriend's family, they would not even acknowledge me. Like, how do you not speak to somebody at all and still make them feel terrible?
Yeah.
That sounds devastating. But what I can't figure out is why are we flying to Colombia with all of our crap, planning to get married right when we get there before we actually have the conversation with the family? Couldn't he fly to Colombia, talk to dad, figure it out, and then decide if he wants to move all his crap there? Again, the impulsivity is, I think it's a problem for everybody on this show.
Oh my goodness. What is all of this?
It's like a 7-year-old's birthday party in there.
I love the pillows. I love too.
I like that she didn't buy any furniture, but those pillows, that bed, worth the purchase.
Okay, bye guys. It's really bye guys. Get the out. Bye.
I don't know. I have so many thoughts.
Of course, I'm excited to be with him, but I'm not looking forward to living in Egypt. I know what it's like there, and I don't like it. Like, I don't like the life there.
Why is she it's like such a horrible, I can't wrap my head around it, such a horrible decision. Why is she going there?
I can't wait to see Mahmoud. I just hope this isn't a huge mistake.
It's for sure a huge mistake.
I want an apartment that has a dishwasher and a washer and dryer. I want 2 bedrooms. I want 2 bathrooms. I want a pool. I want a terrace. I don't think that's loud.
Bueno, el precio serían $2,000 mensual.
Yo puedo ayudarte con 5,000 pesos de mi sueldo. No puedo más.
5,000 pesos? Es $90.
It is, Selfishly, I do enjoy her being confronted with reality, experiencing some friction when she gets there, that it's not all just, beaches and daiquiris.
Yo pagar por todo, tú no necesitas hacer las cosas. Tú estás mi esposa.
I don't know if that translates culturally the way she wants it to.
Te molesta pagar por todo y te molesta cocinar a tu esposo.
Pero yo no quiero trabajar más.
Cocinar no es un trabajo. Tú le estás cocinando a tu esposo. Es un trabajo.
Sí.
In the back of Johan's mind, he's thinking, I was supposed to move with you back to New York. Here you are in the DR, yelling at me about my business, yelling at me about our lifestyle. The poor guy is full of regret. This is not going to work.
Jen is finally moving to India, but my family doesn't know about Jen and our relationship.
What has he told his family about the cameras that are in their house filming him? They must have some inkling that something's up, right? Yeah. Fly to India. I can't wait to see you. I'll be dating other women that my mom's providing for me, and then eventually I'll tell them. Probably on our wedding day.
I don't want to share anything about this to Jen because she's little sensitive.
I don't want to tell my fiancé that I'm dating other women because she gets really sensitive about these kinds of things. I don't know.
I cannot wait to see my husband, Mahmoud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, how are you, honey?
I'm good. I'm so glad to see you.
They're so uncomfortable. Like, it's just so uncomfortable.
We will be good. Okay.
Okay.
The first thing she told me, I don't want to come here. Yeah.
This is a disaster. This is such a disaster. She is already miserable. These are like serious episodes. They're so long. To me, every episode seems like it's doomed for failure except for Gabe and Isabel. I would tell you, Gabe's got, it seems like the best chance, Nicole's got the worst chance, and everybody else seems to fall somewhere in between. Thank you for listening. I will see you next week for episode 4.